Ready?
I'm Donna Gaile Hersberger, Hersperger. I spelled it every day of my life.
This is the formidable life of Donna Gaile Hersberger, a woman who loves bunnies.
I was born in Altoona, Pennsylvania, a truly terrible place.
Is this Altoona? If it is, it's a pretty dismal place.
Well, I was born on November 3rd, 1940. The Depression hadn't quite ended yet, and the war hadn't come yet. My 18-year-old mother was Dorothea Marie Crawford. My 22-year-old father was Donald Cox Hersperger. My father's family came to Pennsylvania 300 years ago. My mother's family came from Germany in the 1880s, I think. I used to know the name of the town, and Mannheim sticks in my mind. But maybe I'm thinking of Mannheim Steamroller. I don't know. They came to Pennsylvania. I don't know why Pennsylvania.
And there, Donna's family faced a terrible tragedy.
My grandmother's brother worked in a brewery in Altoona. He was 14 or maybe 15 years old. And he poked his head out of an elevator and was decapitated.
This one event would change their lives.
They were German Catholics. But when that happened, and a priest said he hadn't confessed, so he can't be buried in sacred ground, my family became Protestant at that moment. And Grandma was a Methodist. I don't know what everybody else was.
Then the war started.
This is now 1943 or 44.
Donna's dad felt the pressure to enlist.
He said that women looked at him on the streetcar thinking, my son's in the war. What are you doing here? And so he enlisted without telling my mother first. And my father in the war, he was never shot at. They figured out how smart he was. I think they gave you tests in those days.
Donna's dad was sent to several schools for specialized training.
And by the time they put him on a boat to go to India, and the war was over, it's 1945. So the ship went on to India anyway, and my father told many stories about the fabulous things that happened to him in India. Some of them were probably true.
Hysterically happy crowds hail the British, the French, the Americans as liberators.
With the war over, the focus is on the family.
Mother and Daddy bought a house on the GI Bill. And I think we paid $4,500 for that house. And I remember Mother saying, on the day we moved in, you look out the window and you'll see a beautiful backyard. And of course, we had never had a backyard.
My dreams are getting better all the time.
Anyway, I grew up in Altoona.
And what do you know? He smiled.
I was the first of 6 children: Donna, Diane, Donald, David, Dennis, and Deborah. And I felt lost in all those kids part of the time. But I figured out at a certain point that I was going to get credit for having really good grades. So I did that.
Teacher's pet. I wanna be teacher's pet.
I was a really good student. A couple of scholarships to Penn State.
That's the lesson we're guessing you're best in.
But there, because they had been in engineering school, there were, 1,200 kids at that college. 12 of us were women. 5 of us were named Donna. You got a burning yearning to learn. It's unbelievable. Why? I don't know. And that was before Donna Reed.
After graduating, Donna got a job teaching English at a high school.
It was fine. It was okay. That wasn't what I wanted to do, But I saved money, and my roommate Carolyn and I went to Europe. It was exciting. It was different. Europe is really different from America. It's old. I think we spent 6 months in Germany, Italy, Paris. That's in France, We landed in London. We came back on a ship. I think it was called the SS Rotterdam. Within the first day, I met the person who would become my husband, Artie Levis. He was a very funny guy. He was witty. He was smart. Everyone loved him. And we rolled into New York, and that was the beginning of the rest of my life.
I will follow him wherever he
Now, the year is hard to remember, 60. I went to New York and I read an article about something called the Northern Student Movement. They were an organization that was working in Harlem to make sure Black people were equal to white people. They gave me a job to pick up children in Harlem and take them to a preschool for the summer.
drop me off in Harlem, any place in Harlem.
Then Donna got another job, teaching at a school.
Artie, by then, had a job as a reporter at the local newspaper. We worked for 2 years.
And then, just like that, Donna and Artie traded 2 years of savings for 6 months of island life.
It was a good thing to do, because if you don't do that before you have real responsibilities, children, whatever, you can't do a thing like that. And we had a wonderful time there. When we came back, we finally really moved to New York City. We rented a wonderful apartment on Washington Square. And then I had to get a job.
Start spreading the news.
I went to an employment agency on 42nd Street, and I said, okay, I'm getting a master's degree at Hunter, and I want time to study, but we don't have enough money, so I need a job. He said, I have exactly the job for you. There's this guy who's just started a company, but he needs someone to answer the phone, so this will be good. You can study. And I said, well, okay, as long as he understands that. And he did. And that guy was Herb Gordon, with whom I worked for the next 30 years. And my title was The Girl. Have your girl get back to my girl, and we'll have lunch. The girls didn't get to go to lunch.
The company grew, and Donna grew with it.
In the beginning, it was called Superdupe because we made duplications of tapes. In those days, commercials were sent to radio stations on reel-to-reel tape. So we duped them. Anyway, that quickly became a bigger company, and then a bigger yet one that had recording studios, always for commercials.
I like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. I like to rock the world.
Donna worked at Superdupe for 5 years. And then Artie received a life-changing phone call.
Then he covered up the phone and he said to me, "Do you want to move to Japan?" And I said, "Okay." And we did.
They moved to work.
For a Japanese company.
Donna took a job answering letters.
Of the poor people who subscribed to their English language publications, Japan Electronic Engineering, Japan Electronic in something else, to answer. So I answered them with a typewriter. Remember those? On a typewriter.
Donna tried her best to enjoy the Japan experience.
I was dreadfully unhappy. 6 months, I wanted to go home. I said to Artie, I got to go home. I can't stand it here. I have a stupid job. And then we discovered Japanese art. And everything changed. And we soon realized we wanted to specialize in a particular artist whose name was Yoshitoshi.
Collecting became their weekend ritual.
We started looking every weekend. At noon, off we went in search of more Yoshitoshis. They were single sheets of paper.
Each one cost just $10 or so.
And we ended up with 500. There came a point where we were running up the market because we bought so much. But eventually, I sold them at Sotheby's in an auction. And then the contract was up, and we came back home. Artie went back to the business that he had been in, and I went back to what was no longer Superdupe. The company grew and grew. 35 years later, I was the chief executive officer. We had a big, beautiful $1 million facility in the Daily News building on 42nd Street in Manhattan.
But the industry was changing.
That part of the advertising business wasn't doing well. It happened to everybody else, too.
The company was bought. That didn't save it.
That's a thing in the 90s, a company that imploded. You know what you do when there's something wrong, you fire the person who's running it. So this very nice guy named John came over and fired me. And I went into my beautiful corner office in the Daily News building. I locked the door and I called my father and said, "Daddy, I've just been fired. It's the happiest day of my life."
Yes, Donna was happy.
Because I didn't know what to do, and I wasn't in the habit of not doing a job well. When we were bought, I made a lot of money. I loved New York. I loved it when we had no money. I loved it when we ended up having plenty of money. This is in the 70s. And one day we were in an encounter group. You remember those? Someone said to Artie, "Do you want to have children?" And he said, "No, I don't." I was livid. But then I realized I didn't either. I was relieved. I never have regretted it. My life with Artie was happy for a long time. But when he was 28 years old, one of his lungs collapsed. And the doctor said to him, "You dodged a bullet, but let me tell you, you must stop smoking because if the other one collapses, there's nothing we can do." And he didn't stop smoking. And he died in 91. Artie was 54. When I got fired, I was ready to go somewhere else. And I moved initially to Los Gatos, California, where Rhodey and Forrest lived. I bought a house there, a beautiful old house in a place that doesn't have old houses. Soon after that, I met Dean Ritchie. We decided to get married.
But married life didn't mean standing still.
And we took a trip. We were going to Crater Lake. And we passed through Ashland, Oregon. And we said, this is it. I think my life has been blessed because I loved New York and living in New York. And I love Ashland and living in Ashland. This is a wonderful place, partly because of the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. It's a very unusual, special place. After Dean died about 8 years ago, I bought this house. And I just think that my life has been truly blessed. So I have 3 kids of my own who were the children of friends. Alex Clemens is one. Another one is Eric Berger. The third one is Regan Oakley. I'm really glad that I have those 3 special children and then a ton of nieces and nephews. I've become prosperous beyond my wildest dreams. I'm so grateful that I have these nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews and now great grand nieces and nephews, and I can afford to help them through college.
Donna also gives generously to her community and to her church.
It's been a happy life. Much of it unplanned, just it happened. What about a wrap-up? My name is Donna Gaile Hersberger, Hersperger, Levis Ritchie. I live in Ashland, Oregon, a wonderful place.
Here I go, well, I don't know why I feel so ceaselessly. Could it be he's taken over me? I'm dancing barefoot, heading for a spin. Some strange music draws me in, makes me
That's the end.
Okay, that's a wrap.